Welcome everyone. My name is Tearona. I know that's kind of hard to remember. You guys can call me T, alright? So I'm T. We're going to be on this truck right over here. We're going to be going around that side of the mountain, seeing lots of cool things. We're going to go all the way up to the highest point that we can go on a tour, and the other tour is going to go higher than us. We're going to get some really nice views. It's also going to be a very bumpy ride. Does anybody have any past or present injuries in the neck, back, or knees? Anyone? No? I'm good? No. Any pregnancies? Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be a very bumpy ride. That's where rule number 1 comes into play. Okay, make sure you guys have your seatbelts on, click it in. Rule number 2, we have these big windows, as you guys can see. If it does start raining, you can try and roll it up, but it's not gonna work because there's no windows on there. Okay. Lots of people like to reach out with their phones. It is gonna be a bumpy ride, so you might lose your phone. Also, we go through some narrow pathways. We don't want you to lose your arm. In the past, this has happened where someone, no, it's never happened, but we don't want it to happen, okay? So rule number 2, just watch out for those windows. Rule number 3, no smoking. Rule number 4, no flying drones. Rule number 5, no umbrellas. And then rule number 6 is to have fun, enjoy the ride. It's gonna be a very nice time here today. Weather looking pretty nice. Yesterday, if you guys were here on the island yesterday, it was super rainy. We had flash floods all over this side, so we have lots of new potholes, and maybe we get to see some small waterfalls and whatnot. But it's gonna be a pretty cool time, okay? So we're going to be making 2 stops. Our first stop is a Hawaiian cultural area. The second stop is going to be a really cool movie set. It's the biggest one that we have on the ranch. So I'll kind of leave that as a surprise for you guys. On this tour, we're mainly focused on the history and the culture of Hawaii, and then a lot of the plants and the things that Hawaii people did create. Okay, so we're going to learn a lot, but I'm going to be talking a whole bunch. You guys don't have to listen to me at all if you don't want to, because there's going to be some really nice views that you guys are going to be distracted by anyways, okay? So yeah, you guys all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I know you said you're ready, but we're going to have to wait for a photographer to come. This photographer is going to take your photo. Once you take your photo in front of the truck, then you guys can board the truck. We're going to go to this group first, this group second, this group last. Seating wise, front to back, the further forward you go on the truck, it's going to be a less bumpy ride. The further back on the truck you go, then you get a very bumpy ride. Your head's going to hurt a little bit afterwards. But if you want to have fun, you guys can hop on that one, okay? So for now, you can stay right over here. You can sit back down, but just need to make sure I get the briefing and the rules out of the way, because yeah, I'm still waiting on another party at the moment, okay? So we're going to see if they come.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you want to cruise?
No.
There we go. 1, 2, and come on. Good job. Go ahead and have one.
So sometimes as we go along this tour, the wind will pick up out of nowhere. Sometimes you have to go flying. Sometimes your glasses will go flying. If you have eyelashes, you will go flying. But if anything falls out of the truck, okay, you guys can just do me a favor. You raise up your hand, kind of like this, and then you wave it goodbye, okay? But if you do want it back, I can help you out. I'll stop the truck. You guys can bang on the side.
Yes.
Just get my attention, and I'll stop the truck and grab it for you, okay? All right, everyone ready to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is this everyone's first time?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna pop the chair and we're gonna go on in here, okay? welcome to our beautiful ranch. Our ranch is actually spread through about 3 different Hawaiian land divisions called Kualoa. These land divisions were almost a mile long at some points and even a couple miles long. All of these different land divisions varied, but the actual ranch has 3 different land divisions, just like I said, and it's spread throughout 4,000 acres of land. So a whole lot of land we get to cover. We actually don't go through all 3 land divisions. We're only going to go through 2 of them. So the first land division we're in is called Kualoa. Can everyone say Kualoa?
Kualoa.
Kualoa, very good. This next land division we're going into is going to be the very, very bumpy area. It is called Haki Pu'u. Can everyone say Haki Pu'u?
Haki Pu'u.
Everyone say ouch my butt. Yes. So it's going to be a very ouch my butt area because it's going to be very bumpy. Make sure you guys are clenching your butt cheeks, okay? Alright. So off to the left-hand side, pretty nice view of our beautiful island there called Mokoli, the Hershey's Kisses Island. And Mokoli, it is often referred to as the Chinaman's hat, but we know that can offend some people, so we do try to call it the Hawaiian name, Mokoli. Pretty cool, an epic legend or a tale behind that island. We'll get into that a little bit later. But going from that legend, you know, we do have lots of culture here in the island, and this culture was very spiritual. The Hawaiian culture was based around lots of different deities and how they had a very tight relationship with the land. So on the very, very right hand side of the floor, this small guy with the big hat there, the small guy, his name is Kualoa. Kualoa is the god of the sea, and he is the god of the underworld. Next to Kualoa, the guy with the big bowl over his head, that guy's name is Lono. Lono is the god of agriculture, fertility, prosperity, and lots of other things, but mainly he's the god of peace. Next to Lono is going to be Kane, the guy with the really big hat. This is Kane, the god of fresh water, the god of creation. And on the very, very left-hand side, this is Ku. Ku is going to be the god of protection, the god of voyaging, and the god of war. Off to the right-hand side, beautiful view of our Mokoli'i Island. Lots of people try to get good pictures of the island of Mokoli'i. This angle right here, it's hard to get a bad picture, okay? Highly recommend getting a picture here. Alright, now we're going to be moving on, making our way over to that first stop of the day. If you see those trucks parked up over there, that's where we're going to be parked up. We're going to stop over there and make our way up to the Wahi Pana, which this is called, and learn just some of the aspects about it. This area is called a Wahi Pana. This is where a Hawaiian would go back in the day to go worship their gods, seek some kind of peace, or go to meditate, you know? So when a Hawaiian would go up here and want to seek entry, they had to follow certain types of protocol. Some of these protocol included going up over here, singing a chant. It was called an oli. Some of these chants would last about 5 seconds all the way up to 5 minutes. And then another type of entry or protocol could be bringing in a gift of nature in the form of a lei or a lepo'o. That's like a little flower lei or flower crown. And then the very last one, it's a very interesting one. I'll show you guys how to do it. So you go up to the entrance here, you strip down naked, run all the way down to the ocean, and then you run all the way back up. Ready? But yeah, so that's just some of the protocol you had to follow. They would all be overlooked by a guy that would live in this building here. This was called a hale kia'i, this building. It's our guardhouse. So a very skilled warrior would live in here 24/7, guarding the area, making sure if anyone didn't do the protocols correctly, they would get their entrance denied. If anybody inside here had bad energy, he could kick them out as well. If you made a big fuss about it, he could throw you off the cliff and he could kill you with no consequences. He was also in charge of that next house over there. It's called a hale pahu. So the hale pahu, there's 2 drums. It's a drum house. So the drums would kind of be a communication system. So there's a vahipana every mile or 2 or so, right? Every land division had 1 vahipana like this one. So whenever some kind of positive or negative thing happened here in this area, they would bring out the positive drum or the negative drum, follow a certain cadence to, you know, clarify what happened, and then that would be heard through all the different vahipanas through the area. So you would beat on the drums, the next vahipana would beat on the drums, and that would follow throughout the whole entire island. And the process to circle the whole entire island would take about 24 hours instead of having to run around taking like 3 days. Yeah. So that's pretty much a communication system. Now before we do go in here, I want you guys to keep in mind this small rock wall here, or actually this whole entire thing, it's just a little representation. It's not a real vahipana. You're not going to get like haunted or nothing.
Okay.
So it is built with the original techniques, especially this wall. It's built with a method called uhahumu pohaku, or Jenga. So yeah, it's pretty much held together, not with any kind of adhesive or cement. It's held together with friction and gravity. So please don't sit on the wall, don't stand on the wall, don't lean on the wall, don't look at the wall. Okay? All right, we can come on in now. So the ocean over there, you can see the island.
But yeah, pretty cool work here at the dump. So again, this tour is mainly focused on a lot of the plants and a lot of the animals and the culture of Hawaii. What's kind of been integrated into the culture is a lot of our native plants that we have around here. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this ancient Hawaiian fish pond called Moli, it's about 850 years old and 120 acres wide. It is man-made.
Wow.
So what the Hawaiians did back in the day is they saw a reef that would poke out of the water during the low tide, so they're like, you know what, we can make a big pond out of this. So what they decided to do was get a whole lot of rocks from the mountainside. Okay, I think now you saw me. But yeah. So yeah, they got a whole lot of rocks from the mountainside and they made a 4,000-foot rock wall. So they made a 4,000-foot rock wall with several different gates, which acted as the kind of catchment system, you could call it. So the little fish would slip on through the gates because the gaps in the gate were about a ½ an inch wide. On the left side, get your phone and cameras out. Beautiful view. Can everyone say ooh? Ooh. Can everyone say ah?
Wow, so pretty.
Yeah, you can see the entirety of the fish pond there, all 120 acres. And there's also lots and lots of movie sites that happen on this pond. In the Jurassic World movie, this pond is the Mosasaurus enclosure, the big water dinosaur. And then if you remember in 50 First Dates, Henry, the main character of 50 First Dates, his boat gets crashed on and he makes his way over to Hukilau Cafe. Hukilau Cafe is on the shore of the pond on our side, so we can't really see it. But if you do want to see it, it's actually going to be on our Kualoa Grown Tour if you ever take that one. So this area of bed is going to be a little bit of drift action, so we're going to get out through this area. Make sure you guys are holding on tight.
Almost. He was telling me. Oh my God.
Hold on. A beautiful view of Haki.
Walang kasama niya, dito bubi. Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna be going in here. It's gonna be a nice jungle experience. Another fruit tree we have is something right up ahead. Can anybody guess what kind of tree this is?
Mango.
Mango. Very good. Yeah.
Can we eat?
This one. So these ones actually aren't quite ready yet. I would have mentioned that we can try some of these, but these ones are still a little bit baby. If you guys are here maybe like 2 weeks, then these ones would be absolutely delicious. But as of right now, they're not really going to be too tasty. This is the female tree, which will kind of have a serrated edge on these leaves. If you look on the edge of the leaves, they're kind of like a serrated knife. Yeah, like a steak knife or a bread knife, serrated edge like this right here. Yeah, that's the hollow leaves, and now we're finally going to take a look at the hollow fruit itself, okay?
Okay.
So to look for the hollow fruit, we're going to play I Spy. I Spy with my little eye. A pineapple on a tree, okay? Ready, 3, 2, 1, start. Look for pineapple on a tree.
saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, there
Oh,
you go.
pineapple tree. Oh, there is a cute guy. The cow. Cow. Okay, deer.
That's my uncle over there. But yeah, so this again, it's not a pineapple. Remember, what is it called? Hala. So this is the hala fruit. And again, you don't want to eat the hala because it tastes like what? Dish soap. Yes, it's not very tasty.
It's not tasty.
It is not tasty. No, do not eat that one. Alright, so that fruit tree that you just picked off is going to be right over here on the right hand side. Oh, you know what? I forgot about another fruit tree we have in the highlands here. This is called Ohia'ai. So Ohia'ai is mountain apple. You guys know what mountain apple is?
No.
So it's kind of more like a pear, but like a red pear, but the actual meat on the inside isn't too flavorful or too sweet. It's a little bit more bland, but it was very tasty, very juicy. None of these fruits are actually ready at the moment, but they do have a beautiful flower on them if I can find them. Which is that really nice, tasty mountain apple. So if you guys do want to hit up any of our local fruit stands, one of the better ones are towards the North Shore in my opinion, but you might be able to find some on a couple of the fruit stands back to Waikiki. But the mountain apple is a very good, tasty kind of a light. On the right hand side, all this fenced in stuff, this is where we keep a lot of our native plants. So to the right, we're going to also have a sign that says the Cyanea truncata. So this sign, it says private stewardship grant, but it's a picture of our Cyanea truncata. Really long, complicated word, but that is because it's a very complicated plant. This plant was considered to be extinct for the longest time until it was found here in the region of Kualoa, and now we're kind of just bringing it back to life, bringing back its population. But you actually can't really see it through this area because it is protected, and we decided to kind of leave it out of sight for right now because we don't want anyone to go in there and mess it up. One thing you can see to our right hand side is that beautiful white flower. This beautiful white hibiscus flower is called hibiscus, but this is the only native hibiscus we have in the whole entire island. So all of the other colors you see, all the ones with extra petals and whatnot, those are all hybrids of this guy right here to the right. Now making our way back down. We're passing a couple more strawberries along, but there was one lowish hanging branch around this area. On the whole ranch. Yeah. Oh, and we also get some nice liquid sunshine, also known as or rain. So yeah, we're gonna get just a little bit wet. But just keep in mind, guys, if this rain wasn't coming here, this area would be a lot more brown than green, yeah? So yeah, lots of beautiful sights around here. And just like I said, we have a whole lot of mango trees. Every tree you see around here that looks kind of like a broccoli, that's going to be the mango tree. So pretty much all around us, 50% of the trees we see here are mango. So Kualoa is the name of this lookout. She used to own this valley. She was actually very loved by all the Hawaiian people. She was gifted this land by her husband, who was King Kamehameha IV. So she was loved by all the Hawaiians, and she even allowed 33 Hawaiians to live on this land for free. After she did pass away, they ended up planting her favorite fruit all around the valley, which was, of course, the mango.
Yeah.
So all of these mango were planted in honor of her. Some of these mango trees are 70 years old, some of them are almost 120 years old. If you take a look at this tree we're going to be passing to our left-hand side, big old tree here. This one is probably the oldest one we have. Oh yeah. Some nasty roads right here. So yeah, this area that we're going to be going on will most likely get some very unexpected bumps. So please do take care. Please watch your bum. So we do have a lot of strawberry guava, but to our right hand side, this little bush here, this one is our native guava. So this tree here, native guava, this guava is gonna stay either green or it'll turn yellow, and then on the inside it'll be a nice tasty pink. These ones aren't quite ready yet, so I'm just gonna tease you and we're gonna move on.
Same thing.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of our native guava that are ready yet, but if I ever do see any, I'm looking around just as much as you guys are to try and find some as well. Okay, especially this area right here. Make sure you guys hang on. This is a good sized bump. Just like I said yesterday, we had flash floods, so we've had a lot of rivers and a lot of erosion going on.
The orange tree.
Oh yeah, the orange tree. I almost forgot about that.
That's orange?
Yeah, and it's the worst orange you're ever gonna have in your whole entire life.
Why?
That one tastes like poo-poo. It's super sour.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you've ever eaten a lemon or a lime.
Oh.
Do you like lemon or lime?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one's worse than that. Right there.
Oh,
You ever take a spoonful of citric acid powder?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what that is right there. That was horrible.
Oh,
I got pranked on my first month of working here. They're like, oh, try this orange, try this tangerine. I'm like, okay. Boom. And then I just run to my water. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. That one isn't very tasty.
Hold.
Alright, so yeah, going back on the tour, we have a whole lot of land here. All this land was acquired by one man. His name was Garrett P. Judd. So he came from the early 1800s from Boston, Massachusetts as a medical missionary, developing really good relationships with the king. To the left of us, you're going to see this little fence line. On the other side of that, this is an ancient Hawaiian Kualoa Kualoa. So that heart-shaped leaf with the purple or green stem you see there, all the different patches of those plants, that's what we call Kualoa. It was a very important plant. This little farm here was for Kualoa. When I say was for Kualoa, this has been used for about 400 years. And then to the right of us, this is going to be the biggest waterfall we're going to see all day. Can everyone see it? Alright, yeah. Big waterfall. But believe it or not, this waterfall was not flowing about 2 days ago. They have a lot of really good actors. Ben Affleck in the middle, he's played Batman. Oscar Isaac to the left of him, he plays the Moon Knight. And then right in between the two, you can see Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal plays the Mandalorian. You got King Arthur on the right hand side, and then we even have what's his name? Sam. Remember Sam from Tron Legacy? That's Sam all the way to the left hand side. But this is the movie set from Triple Frontier. This is within about half an hour of the movie. You can see this. This movie set is made to look good, not be good. So a lot of these movie props and sets are actually made out of cheaper materials. The brick wall you're seeing is not real brick. It's actually just plywood, plaster, styrofoam, and a whole lot of paint. Even the sandbags. The sandbags are not filled with sand, but with sawdust or feathers. So the sandbags aren't real. The brick wall isn't real. This truck isn't real. I am not real. You're not. See this tree? You know what this tree's made of?
No.
Wood.
I like wood.
But yeah. So the usual rule that Kualoa has with all of the film sets and everything like that is whatever you bring to the ranch, you have to return it back to where you found it because we don't want it. But if the movie set or the movie props are super popular, or if it's made with durability and it's easy to maintain, then we do end up keeping it to show you guys. Well, what's in these big old monkey pod trees? Did I point out the monkey pod trees yet? No? So yeah, these are monkey pod trees. They come from South America. Monkey pod gets its name because the pod it produces curls up like a monkey's tail. It was originally brought for providing a lot of shade for the cows because of its big canopy.
No. You keep it.
So yeah, this is actually a very important tree, and it's become kind of a almost important here in the Hawaiian Islands. It does provide a lot of shade, and it's very fast to grow. Some of these trees are only 50 years old. And here we have Palm Skull Island. So Samuel L. Jackson's character plays, Samuel L. Jackson plays the character Colonel Packard. Him and his squadron go to the Skull Island and they get knocked out of the sky by King Kong. This is one of the downed helicopters. This is the scene where they bury one of their fallen comrades, and the movie kind of just continues on from here. But yeah, this is a real helicopter. It's just been hollowed out. It was purchased from the military. They stripped it of all the engine and electronic components, and we're going to be passing by where we can see the inside of that helicopter. Do I have any fans of the Lost series?
Lost.
Any fans of Lost? The Lost movie, Lost Trip? No? Well, if you have any friends or family, you know about the show at all, to the left-hand side, this is called The Hatch. So if you know anyone that has watched the series, this will be very, very big for them. You're going to be like, oh, there's all The Hatch, why? I wasn't going to see that. You can rub it in your face with that photo right there. We're going to go visit the Indominus Rex paddock. Look high, look low, look for the Indominus Rex. She's usually found on our right hand side. If you guys can see on the right. Anything? What's that in front of us?
Papaya.
Jurassic.
수파리요요.
Jurassic! Alright. So typically on tour we don't even go through here, but because of all the flash floods we ended up having one of our trails closed off. So lucky you guys, we get to stop here. We're going to be here for about 12-15 minutes, and then we're going to start making our way back to the truck and back to the home base. But for now, you guys have access to this whole entire area. That cage has some dinosaurs, and then right here you can play with these dinosaurs.
Just make sure you don't sit on a dinosaur. Just stand next to them, okay?
Alright. Start heading back to the main area of Kualoa Ranch. We will say our last and final farewells, but as of right now, I'm gonna let you guys buckle balu, observe. I have to go through that two-way traffic area one more time, which means some radio calls. I'm gonna make those radio calls, and I'll be right back with you guys. So Kualoa has a pretty cool and epic legend behind it. It's believed to be the body of an ancient lizard. The story follows this fight between a beautiful goddess named Kualoa and a giant lizard called a mo'o. So the mo'o was guarding the area, and the beautiful goddess happened to pass by this area, but the guardian dragon, the guardian lizard, wouldn't let her pass. So they ended up in a big fight. The fight lasted for 3 days and 3 nights, and finally on the 3rd day, the lizard was slain. The tail was chopped off and thrown into the ocean, forming the Mokoliki Island / Giant Island. So that is the tail of the ginormous lizard island. And then she threw the rest of the body up on the mountain, which became the mountain itself, Kualoa. So Kualoa translates to long back. And if you guys look straight ahead of us, there's going to be a big cave above the tree line. So this cave is the eye of the lizard. And to the left, more of my family members. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of more cows. Yeah, we can see all 3 of these breeds here. Dang, these guys got some funky hair, man. You got a good hair day, huh? Look at your haircut. You wish that was you, huh? Just kidding. Yeah. Making our way downtown. So Cam Highway, that will give you guys the full experience of Oahu. If you take it up north on Cam Highway, you're going to pass the Polynesian Cultural Center and my hometown, Kahuku, K-A-H-U-K-U, Kahuku. Really good food trucks around that area. A very popular food truck is called Giovanni, the garlic shrimp food truck. I think I recommend going there because most of the time it's super crowded. So I go to Kahuku Famous Shrimp. That one's got very, very good garlic shrimp as well, on par And yeah, really good stuff over there. Until you make downtown highway, you can see all the beautiful beaches, the Hawaiian town and the gold plantation. But through that whole entire road, you're going to see lots of different kinds of signs. But one sign in particular you will see. It's going to be a brown and white sign that you'll see every mile or so. This brown and white sign is a division marker. So to the right hand side, you'll see on the back highway a brown and white sign saying Kualoa. This first Hawaiian phrase is called Mahalo Nui Loa. Can everyone say Mahalo?
Mahalo.
Nui.
Louis.
Loa.
Lord.
Put it together. Mahalo Nui Loa. Try it.
Mahalo.
Alright, that was horrible. Okay, but it's okay. Mahalo Nui Loa means thank you very much. This next Hawaiian phrase is way easier. I want you guys to try it. It's called Ahui Ho. Try Ahui Ho.
Ahui ho.
Ahui Ho. Very good.
Ahui ho.
That's a lot better. So Ahui Ho means until we meet again.
Alumni who?
Yes, so mahalo nui loa, ahui ho. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. This was a lot of fun. One of my most fun tours I've ever had.
Thank you very
Thank you so much. Hope you guys had lots of fun today. You guys did enjoy the tour. There's a little QR code in the back of the truck. You guys can't leave a review, sorry. But if you have any bad reviews, please leave your review for red instead of tea. That would be helping me out a lot. But anyways, mahalo nui loa, ahui ho, and we can end the tour like how we started it with one big aloha. Aloha, everyone. Make sure you gather all of your belongings here, and make sure if you do want to purchase your photos, those will be found down at the visitor center. Mahalo nui loa, ahui ho, and please please take care of you guys selves. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your vacation.